Hi Libra, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your weekly tarot reading for the week of January 10th to the 16th, 2022. I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I want to remind you as always, this is a general weekly read for the sign of my lovely Librans, my Libra gang, if you will. So just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. And I want to thank you all for your support and love recently, as the Libra gang on this channel just grows and develops in such a strong and beautiful way. I love each and every one of you. As I get a little bit cheesy on this channel. Anyways, we're going to mention the overall message for you for the week and the song of the week in just a moment. But don't forget to stick with me till the very end of this reading in order to get an answer to your yes or no question. All right? So the overall message for you, Libra, was or is, this is where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm meant to be. Okay? I also was pushed to start singing before the channel, before beginning this video, and it was singing "Who's It Gonna Be? Who's It Gonna Be?" Very interesting. So you could be choosing between people or have a lot of options. But the song of the week for you, Libra, is "The Sweet Escape," featuring Akon by Gwen Stefani. The Sweet Escape. So let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, Libra, let's pull the beginning oracle cards from the Sacred Light Oracle deck. Some initial shuffling. I just heard "Let's Let It Go," whether that's you or somebody in your situation. Let's just let it go. Okay, thanks. All right, for Libra, feeling a bit sassy for your reading. Okay. I'm now hearing for you to watch the Taurus reading. I believe this was for theirs. The Soul Family card. Okay, happy reunion, support, order from chaos. A need for a level of order when it comes to a chaotic situation or something that feels a bit rocky at this time. A need for a little bit of order, and when it comes to the way you're thinking about something, order in your life in general, maybe. A change that you desire at this time. We also have Crystal Kingdom, slowing down materialism and psychic debris. You could be pushed to slow it down at certain points of the week if you're feeling the need to race when it comes to accomplishing something, when it comes to getting something done before noon, I'm getting, or when it comes to the way you speak. You can hear him wanting to rant in such a quick manner. Anyways, you could find that meditation comes in handy. I also feel this is relevant. Spirit guides, looking for signs, philosophical discussion, and supervision. This is a reminder throughout the week that you are powerful, you're magical, and you are connected to the divine, to the universe, okay? Some of you being pushed, a lot of you being pushed rather, to view the signs, to look for them, to look them up, online, search them if you don't fully understand them, to balance things out for yourself all the meanwhile. Some very, very powerful discussions taking place this week about what's possible in both realms. I mean, the physical realm, the spiritual realm. Anyways, we also have, now we spoke upon this one, Archangel Michael. Heart of a warrior, divine protection and synchronicity. When I just looked at this very serious person, I was pushed to ignore what I heard, but I just became quite annoyed. There's somebody in your midst that's annoying. Heart of a warrior, divine protection, synchronicity. Once again, you're being pushed to understand how much of a warrior you truly are. Wow, I feel the need to keep adjusting this. Okay, there's a level of perfection you desire at this time, or you feel as if something just needs to keep being moved around or adjusted, or somebody in your midst feels that way. You might want to watch the Leo reading. I feel as if yours are always very connected to the two, or connected to each other. Anyways, yeah, there's synchronicities, signs this week. Pay attention to them, okay? Wow, you could be dealing with a level of frustration in the air or just a noisy environment, okay? Bear with the background noise if you can hear it. We're going to pull the main part of the reading, 6 tarot cards from the Gilded Tarot Royale deck. For my lovely Librans, to continue this weekly read, I just heard stress is not the way to be, let it go, as that quiets down. For Libra, Okay. You're going to hear a lot of spiritual guidance this week, I want to say. Okay, we have these 6 cards. 4 of Pentacles. I need to mention right off the bat, uh, I need, first of all, don't allow yourself to feel stressed over your money or a need to control how things unravel. You're meant to experience things in a natural, organic way. Your spiritual guidance will help you see things come to be in the way they're meant to. Okay, to succeed at a big, a huge goal you have that'll bring things full circle. I feel like, again, you're very magical this week. But going back to the overall message, this is where I'm meant to be. You either get a recommendation of where you're meant to be, interesting, from spiritual guidance for somebody in your life, or you feel as if you are meant to be somewhere where you lived once upon a time. Okay, therefore things will come full circle when the time is right. You will, for some of you, get a reminder that you are exactly where you're meant to be living wise. Okay, you may feel as if you just can't achieve this level of perfection in a situation. Is so random, but you're not meant to. This uncomfortable feeling or just a level of things not being perfect is the universe's way of pushing you to move towards something new or to perfect something elsewhere. Okay, we begin the 6-card spread and the week with the star. You're gonna find that you need more balance. Okay, I'm so sorry as I keep adjusting it. I just needed it to be straight. Okay, let's get this straight. The star. So you begin the week feeling you need to do a level of healing, accomplish some healing, feeling as if things are just shocking you. What you're seeing is distracting you. You might find it hard to think to begin the week, or you feel as if you just need to keep the hope alive when it comes to your success. It feels like your career is thriving this week. Your living situation may not be perfect, or your relationship or lack of which may feel a bit hopeless at this point or just not perfect. It feels like for some of you that could be shuffled to more pertain to your life. But either way, it doesn't feel like every area of your life is 100% on point. Meant to be. Nothing's going to be 100% perfect moving forward, but I do feel like what you desire is going to entail a big change moving forward. Say your living situation isn't perfect, you'll be pushed to move when the time is right, even if that's down the line, a year or 2 in the future, or for some of you several months. If it's a relationship, you'll get that wish fulfillment, but there's healing and changes that need to come to be before that transpires, all right? Some of you need to keep the hope alive when it comes to your finances and your career. Bear with me. A lot of Libras have been drawn to my readings recently, a lot of energy being picked up. You may be empathic in that, pushing you to separate yourself from a lot of people and situations, or to think thoroughly about who and what you wrap yourself up with moving forward. Wanting something to go so far and knowing and being reminded by Spirit and the universe it will. Okay, don't fret. Don't fret. There is something very much, again, magical about you. You're reminded you're a star in the making to begin the week as well, more so towards the end of this chunk. But also, your connection to an Aquarius will become, or your connection to your Aquarian part of your chart placement will feel very much heightened until it's not anymore. The Devil. So moving on to the Devil, we're actually going to clarify this one. You have a lot to weigh out, a lot to decide, okay? Some of you need to figure out what you truly want, while others know exactly what they want and are intuitively in tune with what is meant for you. There is a toxic energy that will pop back up in the middle of this first half of the week. I heard it's not in your memory, it's in person, okay? You're going to find that this is somebody you need to cut out, okay? It's somebody from your past potentially, or somebody in your midst who you're being reminded is not healthy for you, okay? You could find that this person will create a blockage. I'm hearing, yeah, watch the Taurus reading. You're going to find that this person will create a blockage or once did, okay? They're connected to one other person that's potentially unhealthy as well, or in a different manner. You could find that you're just becoming so clear in the vision of who's meant for you, who's not, what energies work for you and vibe well with you and how you're changing, and what energies don't. okay? And this person reminds you of a rough chapter, a rocky past that you've had in one way, shape, or form, but it's purposeful. It feels like a lot is changing, developing, and will come to be in the way it's meant to. And in preparation for a huge change, a big start in a relationship for some of you, or a move of residence, less likely to do with a job. This is to remind you of, again, who and what's meant for you and not, okay? As well to highlight how much you've changed and developed since that period of your life. Wow, a lot has changed, okay? Eight of Wands. This is when you are reminded that things are moving quickly. If you run an online business or you get your voice out there in one way, shape, or form, you produce, you develop. There's a rapid level of achievement, the increasing subscribers, all right, increasing views, increasing sales to an extent where you're made up for the stagnancy in the past, the level of difficulty and effort that felt almost pointless at times, okay? As well, messages coming in, praise, development in the way it's meant to is now coming through. People reminding of divine timing, people wanting to ask you how you do what you do, and at times being pushed to keep that secrecy or to hold back. Not everybody needs to understand. There's mystery that needs to stay present, that needs to be kept in a situation. People need to understand, or you maybe you're reminded at this point to wrap up the first half of the week, that mystery is a beautiful attraction at times. If this has to do with a connection as well, somebody you want to move forward with or have been wrapped up with, at times telling them every little thing or expecting them to do that in return isn't going to lead to 100% success, okay? Being side by side with this Archangel Michael card, you're reminded with all of the people praising you, complimenting you, wanting your services, your purchase what you have to offer, or just wanting to see more of you. You're reminded that you have a heart of a warrior. People see that through your eyes, through your voice, your creation. You're reminded at this point that you're divinely protected in what you're moving toward, even if it hasn't felt like that up until this point. A lot of synchronicities at this point in the week. It just feels like a very powerful part of the week, where you're once again reminded how magical you are. Three of Swords. All right, we're going to clarify this one before speaking upon it. You may just feel a bit anxious, a bit on edge, or just desire a fresh start so badly. All right, you're reminded why you're going through an immense amount of healing. Yeah, emotions just coming to be. Feeling a bit heartbroken all the meanwhile to sort of diminish that or help you with the healing process. You're given a lot of choices, okay? For some of you, remember the beginning song I sang? As funny as it was and awkward as it was, who's it going to be? You know, if you're stressing over, not having love in your life or not getting the person you ideally feel is intuitively meant for you, who is it going to be? You're given so many other options to sort of maybe not stress over that individual as much, or just the lack of love, or to remind you that you deserve options, okay? There's a feeling that a lot of Libras at this point in the week, or in general, are keeping those options quite secretive. Nobody really needs to know. Or it's this point where you almost want to see where things pan out, who you decide to go with or what you decide to choose moving forward, before you update everybody. Even the people you would normally update, the Moon card coming out again. All right? And it's going to feel like this is a push from the universe to remember what you deserve, the self-worth that lies within you, right? How worthy you truly are, and a push to just hop back on that chariot and do what you know is meant for you, okay? It feels like a lot of Libras are focusing on their independence and their business, their job, their career in general, at times feeling like they don't have much of a choice, but just at that point, being reminded you're attracting in love, okay? Even if you have somebody with you already, you're attracting in success in that category, okay? You do feel like there's, again, a huge change on the horizon that is going to transform your life. And if it's a similar situation to the past, not going to be the same, okay? Not going to be the same, period. But that was purposeful, nonetheless, even if it ended abruptly or in a negative manner. But with the Nine of Swords, you make your way to the middle of the second half of the week and you're feeling quite depleted. We have the number 88 coming out. We'll look up that angel number meaning. as well as the number 347. I don't know where that came from. So 88 and 347, angel number meaning. There's a message or two or three for each and every one of you. But you're feeling quite depleted, but things feel like they're moving quite quickly at this point. It's almost as if when you feel depleted or you feel like a wounded warrior with that heart of a warrior, you feel as if things pick up pace, right? You feel like you have more to accomplish. Even more people come in to request your services, what you have to offer, or just to help you succeed. Messages come in and out to remind you that all your work is paying off, to not give up. I don't feel like you are feeling the inclination to give up, but I feel like you have in the past. And so therefore Spirit in the universe is like, we're just making sure. We're making sure you don't give up, okay? This is when a message comes in or a reminder comes in of this individual as well, once again, where you get a message from somebody and it reminds you of a past toxic individual, whether it's a potential suitor and they remind you of a toxic relationship or somebody you hooked up with, or something of the sort, or a job opportunity comes in that reminds you of a toxic person you worked with. It sets you away from that opportunity for a reason. It's pretty much a red flag you are picking up on intuitively within your gut. Listen to it, pay attention to it. You may have once not paid attention to red flags. That's not who you are anymore, okay? It's time to put a rest to situations that you know within your gut, within your soul and your system are not meant for you. Past and ones coming in, because you have a lot of options, all right? But with the Magician, it feels like you're wrapping up the week being reminded you're manifesting this situation, the success of it. Ooh, interesting. Of this place where you're meant to be, okay? It could be this ideal work situation, but for a lot of you, I feel like it's a residence situation, where to live. It's whether you may feel intuitively you're meant to be where you're at and for the rest of your life to an extent, and then you're manifesting the success of it, or you're being reminded you have the power to do so, okay? For some of you, you are, again, manifesting that ideal location to go back to something similar to it, or that same location to an extent, or it could be a completely different place, all right, different county, a different state, a different city, town, whatever it is for you. You just are reminded that you are manifesting a level of change. You're also manifesting towards the end of the week with the World card. Absolutely, your world is changing. You're being reminded, and it becomes quite apparent, crystal clear, that you're manifesting a soul family coming in. This isn't who you have wrapped yourself up with up until this point. A brand new soul family. Please keep in mind moving forward, that doesn't mean the soul family you've envisioned coming with you moving forward or have had ties with up until this point isn't going to be in your life in the future. It just, you can have multiple soul families. Just keep that in mind. I do feel like for some of you, you're manifesting a reunion with somebody that's meant to be. Okay? Be careful what you manifest, but I do feel like what you desire. I feel as if you are manifesting a new set of souls where you will unite in a new way, right? A more spiritually connected tribe. People more, a lot more alike in comparison to you. Odd wording. More like who you're becoming, who you're meant to be in this lifetime, and than who you once were, right? Reminding you of certain tower moments from the past, or who just doesn't have a place in your life moving forward, okay? Wow, this is a powerful reading, but I do feel like it's a week of a lot of hard work nonetheless, and it's a reminder once again, your hard work is paying off in more than one category of your life, as you're reminded where you're truly meant to be. Let's pull a Find Your Happy card or two. Ooh, it was a little bit feisty. The fastest way to fulfillment is to live my values. All right. I am open to living my life. I'm open and willing to live my life in new ways. Absolutely. Absolutely. We all are connected by our thoughts. Okay. And then to finish up this part of the reading, I do not cheat on my future with my past, Libra. Do you hear that? Everything isn't happening to me, it's happening for me. Divine guidance and blessings in disguise, sometimes in the form of endings. And I deserve better, especially when we have a focus on certain toxic individuals this week, in your past in general. And I feel abundant and I live a rich life now. All right, get in that mindset. If you haven't already thought of your yes or no question, do so right now. Alrighty, for Libra. As it picks up speed, you can see the answer for your question, my friend, is yes. I know that's an answer you were looking to receive for this reading, for your life, for your situation. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Truly wishing nothing but the best. Hope you have the most amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Libra.